Hello friends, my name is Salman and you are watching my channel Solid Tech. In this video I will discuss very important and my favorite topic, VM Instant Recovery. Basically, what is VM Instant Recovery? First of all, we look into the topic detail, what is cover, what is instant recovery is. Instant recovery uses potential Instance VM recovery use patent vPower technology to mount a VM image to a production VM, vSphere or Microsoft Hyper-V host directly from a compressed and duplicated backups file. Basically what it does, it means you can run your crashed virtual machine directly from your backup file. So it will take your lot of critical time. So in production environment, you don't have time to restore your machine, which take too much time. So in instant recovery, you can restore your machine within 2 minutes. So in my production environment, sometimes my critical server crash down like a SQL server or Oracle server. So I restore them from backup within the 2 minutes. So I will demonstrate all these steps in this video. Second point is the extract the VM backup copy to content to the production. It restart any VM directly from backup instance tree. So as I said you, it will start the VMs from your backup repository. With Veeam, you can recover a failed VM in as little as 2 minutes. So you can, because sometimes your virtual machine's VMDK file is large enough and sometimes it crosses 10 TBs. So it will take a lot of time if you recover normally. So in this case, I will always use VM instance recovery. Since there is no need to extract the entire VM backup and then copy it to production storage, you can restart the VM from restore point incremental or in matter of minutes. So you can easily restore your full backup or incremental backup directly from your storage. The backup of VM remain read only to preserve its integrity. Changes are stored separately and merged when the VM is migrated back to the production. So there is two steps. In one step, we run our VM directly from our storage, and if we are happy with this this performance of our VM, then we migrate in this copy into our production environment. So first of all, I will show you my lab environment. Basically, I have a laptop on which I install Veeam Backup and Replication version 11, which is the latest version of Veeam. On top of that, I have installed a virtualization hypervisor, which is called VM Workstation 16, which is also a latest version. On top of that, I have installed VMware ESXi Hypervisor 7, which is also a latest version of the hypervisor. And on top of that, I create a virtual machine of Windows 7 only for demonstration purpose. You can have any server, Oracle server or SQL server or any other Active Directory server. So this is only for demonstration. And on my laptop, I connect my external hard drive as a backup repository. So this is the diagram of my lab environment. So I can show you in my PC. So this is the VM Workstation. So as I told you, I have installed two hypervisor, which is ESXi 7, which is the latest one. This is the second one. So I access this hypervisor from my browser. So as you can see, I have one virtual machine. So in my inventory of hypervisor, you can see that I have one virtual machine which is called Windows 7 clone, which is power off. So I click on this. So I shut down this machine. So I right click, power and power off. So let's suppose in disaster recovery situation, like your production server crashes. So I crash my Windows ESXi server by right clicking and select delete. So are you sure to delete the following virtual machine? I delete it. So now my virtual machine has gone, and in my production environment I don't have a time to bear this downtime. So to overcome the downtime, we use the Veeam advanced feature of Veeam recovery. So as you can see on my virtual machine inventory, I don't have any virtual machine, no virtual machines. So now I have 5 minutes to restore my production environment. So what can you do? Just simple go to your Veeam console and go to Home tab and go to Restore and click on VM PSphere and Restore from Backup and entire VM restore. Select first option and there is an option which is called Instant VM Recovery. You can recognize there is a play button. This is, as you can, is said that instantly recover a virtual machine by running in directly from backup. So keep remember, it will map your virtual machine on your host directly from the backup. Remember the finalize restore by removing the VM to the production environment storage. Basically, this is two steps process. In first step, we run this machine, and second step in we migrate this machine to our production environment. So I chose this one, and I click start recovery to VM vSphere. So I add my virtual machine from backup because I deleted it. So this is my machine. I click add, I click next, and there is an option restore to original location. You can restore another location with another setting, but in this demonstration I will restore to original location. So I click restore VM text also, I click next, and I skip this step. Malware scanning, reason demo for instant instant recovery, and click next. And you also check this two box, connect VM network, power on target VM after restoring, and click finish. So as you can see, it will start the process. The status is starting, start time or recovery types. So recovery type is instant VM recovery and initiated by me. My name is Salman. So this is my computer name, Salman Home, and as you can see the process is started now, and it will take 1 second for connecting the host and 8 seconds to start the VM vPower database mount service, which is the latest service in VMware version 17, and it take about 15 seconds, and then it looking for backups file and it publishing the files and updating VM configuration. So as you can see, you can if you add these time together, it will totally up to 2 minutes or less than 2 minutes updating VMs. So this is the total times. As you can see, it is still under 2 minutes. So updating VM configuration is starting, and registered VM. So I will go to my browser to check whether the machine is appear in my inventory or not. So I go to my browser, and as you can see, now my machine is running. So you can see that in any disaster recovery scenario, you can restore your machine within the 2 minutes. So this is work like a magic. So in this way, you overcome the downtime of your disaster recovery. So I will show you. So I open the console. Now as you can see, my machine is up and running. I enter my password. And show you this is my machine. So you can see now it's look like it is running from my server, but it's mounted in my server and running from my backups. So you can easily work on your server. And if you are happy, as you can see, this is my folder which I was created in my last video. So if you are happy with this server, now the second most important step is to migrate this machine to any production server. So we go to the VM console, and from VM console, as you can see in progress, I close down this dialog box, and instance recovery, you can see this is mounted and instant VM recovery is running. So after you are happy with your restored machine, now you can migrate this machine from your backup to your production environment. The option is very simple. Simply right click, and there is the option to migrate to the production. It means I will now I will move my machine to the production environment, because all my critical applications are up and running. So I click on the migration, and it will ask you the host name, resource pool, and data store. I click on the next. Automatic migration is selected. Source proxy and source target proxy is select on automatic. Just remember, click on this force VM transport mode. So just click that checkbox, click next. And also click on this delete source VM file upon successfully quick migration does not apply vMotion. Because I don't set up vMotion, so I click on this checkbox. So finally you just click on the finish. So now it will take time, because it will move your whole machine from backup site to the production site. So it's don't impact on your production environment, because it will run parallel with your machine also running in this scenario. So as you can see, I access my machine, I create any file and folder. So I use my machine also, and at the same time I also migrate from from my backup to my production environment. So as you can see, my VM console, starting migration, processing VM, Windows 7 clone. It will take time. It will take up, depending upon the size of your VM. If your VM is TBs like 20 TB, 30 TB, it will take 2 hours, 3 hours, even 4, 7, 8 hours. So, but it don't hurt your production environment. So I pause the video and resume back when this migration is completed. So as you can see, now in this way we can easily migrate our virtual machine to my original VM server. I think this video is very beneficial to you, and if you like my video, please subscribe my channel for getting videos like this. Thank you very much for your time.